Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. This week I'm going to be doing the demo art for the Ferris Wheel Winter and Autumn collection, but first some of you guys asked me to try out the inks, the sparkly inks, on the fountain pens on the comments on the last video, which I really appreciate you guys when you are interested, so I really thank you for those comments. I'm here on trying the Wondrous Berry on the brush pen fountain pen. I honestly never know what to write because I just don't usually test it out as like this. These inks are very pretty, but the sparkle is very subtle, at least for me, but they are very pretty. And here I'm trying the Misguided Mistletoe, and this pen itself is probably not the best one to try out inks because it's a very thin one. I think it's a 03, so that probably doesn't allow it a lot of ink to flow. But you can still see it has a lot of pretty shimmer. And then I'm trying the sparkly champagne on this pen. This pen had black ink in it, and even though I cleaned it and I scratched and I just swatched the ink for so long, it still came a little bit darker than it actually is. So that's actually my bad here. I should have, I don't know, cleaned it even better, but yeah. So here you can see they have very pretty shimmers, and I think, like I said in my last video, the red and the green are the ones that are more obvious that the sparkle is there, but in this video I'm going to be using the sparkly champagne on the drawing, and I think it looks awesome. Like I said in the last drawing, I'm doing Halloween stuff and scary stuff because this year is crazy, so it can be Halloween right now if I want to. No one can stop me. So I kind of cheated at first because I used Lady Rose, because that's just my favorite one to use as a skin tone, and I really wanted her hair to be kind of dark, so if I use the brown beaver for her skin, it might just be all a huge blob. So I took out the Lady Rose just for her skin, and then I took it back. So I first go with Moss Park Green. I love this color. And then I try and go with the Algokin Maple, but to be honest, this is my least favorite color of this collection. I don't know if it's just because here we don't have bright red trees. And so for me, this color does not feel like autumn at all. But that's just, I don't know, it's just we don't have this color here in autumn. It's all muted, faded colors, and this was just way too bright. And so I tried to use it on the inside of the cover, the cape, and honestly, I just took it aside and I was, no. So then I'm taking the Royal Rhubarb. As I mentioned in my last video, I was gonna use this for hair, and I absolutely love this color. I think this drawing came out very cute. At least I love both drawings that came out today. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because it's so rare for me to actually love my drawings that I'm pretty proud of them. These was super easy to do. I'm pretty used by now to working with these inks. They are pretty easy. They're not waterproof, but honestly, I've never really worked with waterproof inks, so it's not like I feel that handicap. I don't feel like I need the waterproof because I never really used them, so I'm just used to it. I'm really sorry about the constant changes of sunlight and everything else because it was such a pretty day. So I tried filming this on the next to my door. It had lots of sunlight just going all around, so I'm really sorry about the constant lighting change. This week's video is also a little bit late. Last week was kind of brutal because I now am starting to teach on Graphy. If you don't know Graphy, it's a new application for your phone, so it works only on portrait mode and it tries to just break down content in really bite sizes. So I did my first chapter there. It came out last week. I'll leave a link down below if you want to, and if you type out BIA 2020 you get 10% discount, and it also helps me out a little bit. So for this Graphy I am going to be talking about how you can actually turn your watercolor pieces to merch, and I also going along the process of painting, scanning, clean up, then printing, all of that good stuff. Right now I only have one chapter, which is like basics, things that you should know before you actually start painting. So that will be up, and then I'm going to start working on the next chapters throughout the next month. I'm going to start working on the next one, which is watercolor basics, this week. So if you want to check it out, give it a go. I think it's a really cool concept that it's just an app, because it makes it really easy to just, not that we're going anywhere right now, but we don't have to do like the whole laptop thing. I don't know, I found it interesting, so I'm really curious about that. I still have classes on Skillshare, and I also want to start doing another one. I want to start doing like a mini class series on like how to lose your fear on art supplies, so be on the lookout for that because I really want to do that. Okay, back on the drawing. It's enough of self-promo. Oh, I also have a sale going on. My bad for the self-promo. I'll leave all the information on what's going on the description box because I already missed talking about stuff on the drawing. So for her shirt, I used the Goose Poupon. I can never say that without doing the poupon. I really love this color, but I really wanted her to be very earth tony, so I tried to have that little pop of color in the middle. For her hat and her pants, I used the brown and beaver, which surprisingly I really love this color. I also, you probably saw me taking out a little bit earlier, the Tanzanite Sky. As I imagined, I absolutely love mixing colors with the Tanzanite Sky to make it darker. So I used a little bit with the Royal Rhubarb to make it a little bit more dark and to use it as shading for the hair. So this drawing was inspired a little bit by a manga that I was reading called Witch Hat Atelier, and that manga is just so stunning. I honestly recommend it to anyone who likes like magical stuff and just beautiful art because it's awesome. I really inspired her shoes on the main character's shoes because I really suck at designing shoes, so I knew I liked her shoes, so I just went with them. And it's just so pretty, and it's so pretty. I love it. I was reading the manga and screenshotting like every single panel because it's gorgeous. And they also have, lots of these characters also have ribbons coming out of their witch hats, so I was like, yes. Here I'm using the Autumn in Auburn for her shoes. So I always try my best to use every single color on the collection for each drawing. But like I said, the one I really missed was the Algonquin Maple. I don't know, it just doesn't fit to me. Because when I'm looking at the finished drawing, I feel like it's all a cohesive palette. And then the Algonquin Maple just really stands out to me in a non-natural way, but again, it's probably because we just don't have red trees here, so I'm like, that's not autumn, what are you talking about? So that's just probably my head being like, no, but I'll try my best to keep using it. So here I'm just using the sparkly champagne for a ribbon. At first I was thinking of using the wondrous winterberry because it's just more noticeable, but I thought it would be too much, too strong, so the sparkling champagne worked beautifully. The shimmer is so subtle and the color works just so well with the whole palette because I was just so super happy. For shading, I'm just using a little mixer. I have the Beaver brown, and then I just went again with the Autumn in Auburn because it was being too cool. I wanted to be a warmer shading, so I went with that. Then I went along with lining, and again I'm using my little mixture of the Royal Rhubarb and the Tanzanite Sky. I knew the second I got these colors that these were going to be the colors that I used to mix my lining color because I just love lining with this color, so I already knew it. I really need to get new brushes because my liner brushes are just going dead. I have two, they're pretty old and their point is getting flattened. It's not easy to control anymore. It was never super easy to control, but now it's even difficult, and it was a bit of a struggle to line this, so I really need to get new brushes. I was also really messy with this drawing. I dropped ink all over. I just flickered ink. It was a mess. I was super messy while painting this. I don't know what happened. I really don't know. I was just incredibly clumsy while doing this. I really don't know. Okay, so since I have a little bit of time, I am going to talk to you about a sale that I'm having now because I'm actually thinking of closing my shop in December, starting the 6th of December, just because I do not want to risk having orders being lost in Christmas craziness, or I really don't know how it's going to be Christmas mail, because I mean, you don't know how anything is right now. But I am just going to close it on the 6th, just to be sure. So right now I'm having a 15% sale on my shop, on a few articles, tote bags, pins, and all that good stuff, and also on a few originals. So if you are interested, link down below as always, so check it out. My sale will be up until the 6th, then the shop will be closed, and then it will come back on January. So starting the second drawing, I mentioned I was gonna do a pumpkin, and I did. It's a bit weird. I mean, it's not weird, it's just different from what I usually do, but honestly, I kind of love it, and I think it's going to be the Patreon sticker for this month because it's just so freaking cute. I think it will be a very adorable sticker. And I first go again, of course, with pumpkin patch. I just do a whole wash on it because I thought it looked very cool with it, and it actually dried out really darker than it actually was while wet, so that really surprised me. And then I went for the little neck thing. I did a wash of the Autumn in Auburn, and for the head and pretty much everything else, I went with that mixture of royal rhubarb and tanzanite sky, which, kind of looking at it, looks like candy marsala right now, so I kind of mix a darker candy marsala. I'm not mad about, I really like that color. So basically for this painting I only used 3 colors because I had already used pretty much every single color on the other one, and I really wanted this to be warm and cozy colors, so I just went with these ones, and I like it. I really like it. The twigs were a bit inspired by Word from Over the Garden Wall, and I just really like these neck things. They're really cute. I did this thing in a drawing a little while ago, which I really liked how that drawing looked. I'll put it up. It's an old drawing, but I really like it. I'm happy that these drawings actually came out well because the last few days I got really burned out doing my first chapter for the class in Graphy. I was editing non-stop for 3 days and filming. I go in very much detail in this kind of classes, so it's pretty exhausting to just write down everything you know about the subject and then trying to tell it in a fun and engaging way. So I got really burned out. Then I'm just doing some quick sparkle because you know me, I didn't want to add any more color because I really wanted these drawings to be about ink. I'm just doing white sparkles to make it a little bit more fun. And that's pretty much the end of this video. This video is much shorter than last week. I'm really sorry about that one. But I just really wanted to do a cozy, crazy long video. It's probably not gonna be one like that so soon. So I think 15 minutes 20, it's top for now. So I really hope you enjoyed this. If you're curious about this collection, check out Ferris Wheel Press on Instagram and their website. They're not sponsoring me, by the way. They send me these inks for free, and I just have lots of fun with them. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Leave a like, subscribe, leave me a comment letting me know which is your favorite drawing, and check out all the links in the description. I always have a ton of links like my Graphy class, my SkillShare class, my shop, my Patreon, and also my Jackson's Art affiliate code, which just leads you to the site and you can get everything. And if it's your first order ever, you get 10% off. And even if it's not, it helps me a little bit. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Bye.